Talking about the story in the Free Press today, with quotes from Boomer Esiason suggesting that Jared Goff is looking at a 4-year, $200 million extension. He threw that number out there. Read some of the quotes from Boomer coming up. But we asked people on Twitter, do you approve? Let me refresh this and see. Votes are still coming in, and there's plenty of comments. The approval rate for a deal that would extend Goff through 2028 and the final year of his contract, he'd be 34 years old, 6th highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Yes, I approve. 76.8%. No, I don't approve. 23.2%. Does the number surprise you at all?
What are the numbers again?
76.8 approved, 23.2.
No, they don't surprise me. I think people recognize what a good quarterback Jared Goff is.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's always going to be a percentage of people that are, waiting for door number 2.
Yep.
And then there's going to be people that just flat out don't like him and think that they can do better and that he lacks mobility or whatever and can't throw the deep pass. And that's fine too. But when you see 76%, that's a pretty high percentage.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the feedback as it comes in here. And thank you for all your votes and comments. All right, so Jay writes in, the Lions don't really have a choice. Decision was made for them when JG had a career year and took him to the NFC title game. They got to pay him. With that being said, Jared has already made money and seems like a team-first guy. I don't think he will break the bank. What I'm interested is, Jay, do you think this is breaking the bank? Because I don't really think this is breaking the bank. I think it's reasonable and not too much to not be able to do business around him.
Well, look at the quarterbacks that are getting that money, that are getting more than that, okay? And I think you can argue pretty easily that there's a reason those guys are getting paid more.
Mm-hmm.
So going north of 50 is maybe I'd be like, all right, check yourself a little bit. Well, if he were to do it, which I don't think he is.
It's funny because if you look at the guys that are right behind him, if he gets a $50 million deal, these are the names that are right behind him. And you tell me if you'd rather have any of these guys right now than Jared Goff. Yeah. Russell Wilson.
Nope.
Kyler Murray.
Nope.
Deshaun Watson.
No.
I'm a no. I'm a hard no. Josh Allen. You can make a case, right? Dak Prescott.
I think Dak and Goff are pretty similar, except, similar in results, I guess. Dak is certainly more mobile.
Nope. Then you get into Daniel Jones.
No.
Stafford, Derek Carr.
No.
So, look, it's going to be interesting because a big part of this, too, is what does Cousins get? There's another quarterback that's out there. Now, Cousins is actually on the market, and Goff is not. So,
well, and has Cousins said? I thought I read that in the past that he's willing to take a little less.
I don't know that I saw that. But 248-539-9797. Let's get to your phone calls. Larry, you're on 97 on the ticket. Hi, Larry.
Yeah, hi guys. If I had to vote on that, I would say no, just simply because he's not a guy that can make a difference in the game on his own, whereas the other guys are. But I have a question for you guys. Has anyone seen Hooker throw? And is there any chance that in 2 years, and next year he would still be riding the bench, but the year after, is there any chance he would be ready, which would really free up a ton of money for the Lions? But I've heard nothing on Hooker's ability from anybody. And I just wondered, have you guys seen a practice where you've seen the guy throw?
Well, they practice while we're on the air. So, no, we haven't seen him practice. And he's only practiced with the team for 6 weeks?
Yeah, not much.
So he hasn't had much time with the team. But if you want to watch him throw, go back to watching him play in college when he was phenomenal, when he was tracking to be the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, I know. He's had knee surgery since. But if there's a chance that this guy, in 2 years could be ready to play, then just think of the money that would be freed up for them to keep a lot of these guys they've got and even add people.
So to be clear, you would not sign him to an extension. Would you not sign him to an extension at all?
He's not a difference maker. The reason, one of the reasons Purdy beat us was Purdy scrambled 3 or 4 times for 20 yards. Mahomes, the key play of the game was a 30-yard run of his on a busted play. Guys like that make the difference.
You know where he is a difference maker, Larry? He's made some of his receivers better, and also he is mentally superior to a ton of quarterbacks. He looks at the defense
I agree with that.
and well, that's a difference maker. A guy who can set up protections at the line of scrimmage so that he can buy himself the time to get the ball where it needs to be on time and keep matriculating down the field.
He can't run.
But
that's what you don't like
run.
about him.
He can't run.
Yeah.
But
could Stafford?
Is it worth losing St. Brown? Is it worth losing?
They're not going to lose St. Brown.
They're not going to lose St. Brown. They'll probably lose some other
Penny
guys.
Sewell.
They're not going to lose.
They're going to lose. I think Sewell and St. Brown are priorities that they'll be able to sign the way Kansas City's been able to sign guys. They just eventually lose some players, but if running is the priority, he's not your guy, and you go build your own team without a Jared Goff. I'm going to guess.
It's interesting because he wasn't talking about Hendon Hooker's ability to run. Has anybody seen him throw?
Yeah. He's assuming he's going to be able to run coming off that knee injury, and I hope so. I hope he brings a skill set that's useful, and I want him to develop. But look, we had to move on, but I'm going to guess that guy didn't like Stafford either and said Stafford couldn't win a Super Bowl, and then he did.
I wonder if this situation the Lions have is similar to Green Bay's situation when they had Aaron Rodgers and drafted Jordan Love. Jordan Love wasn't going to start anytime soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
They moved back into the first round to get Jordan Love because they really liked his skill set. Jordan Love didn't have a great college career. Showed some promise. You see some talent, but didn't look like he was great. And yet it looks like it was the right decision for them because Jordan Love had this amazing first year of playing season. Hendon Hooker had a pedigree before he went down with a knee injury. He was trending in the direction. I'm not saying
right. No,
no. I'm still signing Jared Goff.
The more that as time passes, the idea that Goff isn't a difference maker. He used that term. Goff makes a hell of a big difference in winning and losing.
Yeah, he does.
He makes a ton of throws. He makes a ton of great decisions. He's an exceptionally good quarterback with one in particular skill set that guy doesn't think you can win with if you don't have a guy.
Well, there are a lot of people
who think
that way.
I know. And
I know it's not high on your priority list.
It is not high on my priority list, and I feel like it's the same people that said, and I don't know this to be the fact, but the same people said you can't win in the postseason with Matthew Stafford. You can't win a big one with Matthew Stafford. And Stafford did. And Goff, what was the thing you said today about Goff? He's in terms of postseason wins right now?
Yeah, active quarterbacks, he's like top 5 with postseason wins. Obviously, he went to the Super Bowl with the Rams, and he just went to the NFC title game with the Lions. He's got 5 wins in the postseason. Stafford has 4. A lot of quarterbacks have less. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, other quarterbacks, that haven't been in the league as long, but they have less playoff wins than Jared Goff. I can't get over that call either, Doug. The point, he was saying difference maker over and over. He just come out and say he can't run because that's what you mean.
That's all he meant.
And quit trying to disguise it with difference maker because you know where Jared Goff is a difference maker? By throwing the ball.
Yeah.
That's what quarterbacks are paid to do. Yep. Throw the football. He cannot run. He's not that mobile. That doesn't mean he doesn't
paying him to run the ball.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean he's not a difference maker. He's a difference maker with this freaking arm.
He's a difference maker in the most important skill set you ask of a quarterback. Now